What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Hope you guys are enjoying your football Sunday. Here is today's video because the daily uploads with the Twitch streaming is kind of killing me, so apologies. Huskies is out tomorrow. My draft classes are up. My 2020 draft classes are up. Also, as you can see here, that's all the download stuff if you're on PC. The 2019 class has been updated. I've changed some player ratings around, added some prospects, stuff like that. But now we're going to kind of go through the player prospects. In case you're one of those people that likes to port it over, I already had someone that took the 2019 class and put it over on PlayStation 4. So I'm going to just kind of go through the players. For those of you that are just interested as to what prospects I think will be good in 2020, or if you want to pause the video and write down all the names and actually do all the hard work to make the class, just obviously give me credit and say, hey, maybe C4, check out his YouTube channel in the description. By all means, have fun. Let's get into the class. All right, so here is the draft class for 2020, and I will say, you know, I have my one big modification so far for my 2019 class. This one here will be more constantly updated because we have a lot more of a clear picture of what the 2019 class is going to look like today than we do the 2020. Like every time there's like a breakout sophomore or a junior steps up, we will modify this, especially for the sophomores because most breakout juniors declare anyways. But here we go. So you got, you know, Tua Tagovailoa from Bama, Jake Fromm. Two freshmen that are now sophomores that feature in the national championship game. You got Nathan Stanley, Alex Honningbrook, Jacob Eason, Tyree Jackson. Look at that, man. 6'7", 245 quarterback. You got, you know, a bunch of scramblers in this class. We have one prospect, actually, Cole McDonald, Hawaii's quarterback this year, has been absolutely insane. So I figured let's throw him in. If I would have done this draft class a little earlier, might not have been. You got Mackenzie Milton, who's definitely a polarizing player. My Gator, Felipe Franks. Canadian Nathan Rourke from Ohio. I'm not gonna lie, that was biased. I put him in here because he's a Canadian and he actually had like 21 rushing touchdowns like last year at Ohio. I don't even think he's a starter right now, but those are your quarterbacks. Like I said, I hope if you guys do want, I'm just doing this more so to if you guys really want to copy my draft class, you can just pause the video and kind of look at the name, height, weight, and then you can do your own similar stats by their like draft grade or whatever. All right, running backs. Got some good running backs in this class. Jonathan Taylor, Najee Harris, J.K. Dobbins, DeAndre Swift, Travion Williams. This group of five, these guys are probably the premier backs of the class, with Jonathan Taylor being one of the best running backs I've seen in quite some time. We got Homer, Malik Davis from my Gators. And anyone that's used my roster so far, you know, no Gator bias. I don't think I've overrated any Gators yet. Zach Moss, underrated running back from this class at Utah. Oh, I actually included a couple fullbacks. Ooh, interesting. Getting spicy. Wide receiver. We got some wide receivers that I really, really like. Some of these guys should be familiar for them. DK Metcalf from Ole Miss. Big-bodied guy. He's a beast. Demetrius Robinson, Georgia. I have him here just because there's no confirmation that he is going to declare for the 2019 draft. So I'm just going to assume maybe because the move to Georgia was to like be closer to his mother or family member or something like that that's sick. So I think maybe he'd stay for his senior year. I don't know. CeeDee Lamb, basically I got Deshaun Jackson, regen from Oklahoma, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Calvin Ridley's brother, Jerry Jeudy from Bama, Marquez Callaway, Arcega Whiteside from Stanford. I mean, if you're watching this now, like week one, he had like 200-some yards for Stanford. He's a monster. He could be updated as the season goes on. Tyree Cleveland from my Gators, T. Higgins. If you guys watched the Patriots rebuild the other day, he was my, what was that, PA? What's that overpowered play? The play action, whatever, pass. The overpowered play action play. I pretty much went to him every time. There's a lot of speedsters in this class. Jeff Thomas and McCole Hardman. Spoiler, both these guys have 92+ speed. Got another Van Jefferson, Duvernay from Texas, had a pretty big game. No real. You got a couple guys that actually like Elijah Brown, North Carolina A&T. My database of players, I was looking Div 2, what guys look breaks out. So I kind of wanted to make it feel unique, even if you have tried different draft classes. I want some names to pop up that you may not be super familiar. Look, we have Rocket Ishmael's kid from Wyoming. We included him in the draft class. Tight ends, it's not a good tight end class. Isaac Nada from Georgia might be the best, the former 5-star recruit. Other than that, it's not a whole lot here. It's not, if you need a blocking tight end, maybe that's what you need to be looking for this draft class. But it was definitely, tight end was probably the toughest spot to find like legit prospects for. So that's why no one is really projected to go very high. And we have a Temple tight end. Offensive line, there's some monsters in this class. Walker Little, Alex Leatherwood, Andrew Thomas. These three guys look like bona fide franchise tackles. Jackson from Iowa is probably right on the fringe to the cusp of doing that. We got left guard. Interior is not the strength of this year's draft class. There's some all-right guys, but there's no like guys that glaringly like, oh my god, that guy's gonna be unreal. Outside of him, Tyler Bayadash. I'm always gonna miss, obviously that's a tough name to say. Who was like a true freshman starter for Wisconsin or something like that, or redshirt freshman, and he was a baller, graded well, Pro Football Focus, so he could be good. Get the rest of the centers. And for just FYI, everyone that has a projected round is a real player. Ben Bredesen from Michigan might be the best interior offensive lineman from this class. And then at right tackle, not as strong as left tackle, but Trey Smith from Tennessee's a monster. So is Jawan Taylor from Florida. Then we got more so depth guys that could develop into starters at the tackle spot, but again, not as strong in general as it could be. And I probably should move Drew Richmond, even though, because, you know, Trey Smith at right tackle. I probably should move Drew Richmond into a guard spot or a left tackle to make it simple. Let's do that right now. Actually, I don't want you guys seeing the ratings. So I will check. I will change that in case you're on PC. We got Jalen Phillips, Chase Young. You know, there's a chance Jalen Phillips ends up being the most talented player from this year's draft class. You got LeBron Ray, Anthony Nelson. Again, at D end, it's a little weak. Maybe more so if you're a 3-4 team. That's where I think the strength is at defensive end. All these guys that are 270, 275 plus. Unless, you know, Jalen Phillips, who can very well be like the next great, you know, the next Joey Bosa or something like that. D tackle, no, obviously no D tackle class I think will ever be able to live up to the 2019 class. You know, with the Ed Olivers, Rashawn Garys, Dexter Lawrence's, so on and so forth. But this year's it's not bad, man. Aubrey Solomon from Michigan, Marlon Davidson from Auburn, Jay Tufele from USC, Nick Coe from Auburn. Those guys there are legit first-round talents. You got Derek Brown from Auburn. I mean, that Auburn D-line is terrifying. Raekwon Williams. Galafan from Wyoming. He's making a lot of waves right now. He could be a D. He's just anywhere on the D-line. Best name goes to Boss Tagaloa from UCLA. Chip Kelly's probably like, gang ties. Got to release him. Linebackers are, I'd say, about an average linebacking class. I think Michael Pickney might be the best outside linebacker. But after that, there is a pretty decent drop-off. Middle linebacker, again, this is, you know, generous maybe for these guys to get first-round grades. Troy Dye from Oregon, Joe Giles Harris from Duke, but they are probably the best of the best. Joe Bocci, Michigan State's also pretty good. David Reese from my Gators, he's good, but we weren't going to overrate him because no Gator bias. Right outside linebacker, these are, you know, yeah, these guys probably are going to be first rounders. Terrell Lewis from Bama, who would have probably went in 2019, but he had another injury, so durability is a concern. Patty Fisher from Northwestern's a monster. Willikis from Michigan State, another Gator. Gators have good linebackers. But, yeah, these guys here are some of the best players in the class, Lewis and Fisher. In the secondary, all right. You know, I think this is pretty fair. I wasn't trying to, again, don't want to be, oh, my God, he just makes all his Gators good. C.J. Henderson is going to be one of the top corners in this year's class. He's really, really good for Florida. Fulton had like a suspension, a full year-long suspension last year in real life for like testing with his drug test. Like he changed his piss or something, got caught. But he's really good. You got Chase Lucas, Byron Murphy. These guys here are all pretty much everyone in that first to second round. Even T.J. Carter, who's been really, really productive at Memphis. That's not a bad corner class. It's definitely not a bad one. Kind of drops off, though. Not a lot of depth. You want to get corner, you got to get them early. Looking at safeties, again, you know, the secondary here, especially at the safety spot, might not be as strong. Strong safety is better than free safety. Some guys, though. There's some guys. Strong safety, which is, you know, you got, you know, pretty much four guys that I think are going to make pretty good pros. Chauncey Gardner, who this year for the Gators is kind of playing in that, literally, I made him a hybrid. Corner. He started out at corner, played safety. I actually think they're using him as like a money backer. Same with Hudson here for Michigan. Both these guys are going to be first-round talents. Jordan Fuller from Ohio State's more of a cover guy. Tanner Muse from Clemson is pretty well-rounded, maybe more so in run support or zone because he doesn't have the speed. But, oh, look, another Lamar Jackson. Is it a twin? No, but he's still pretty good for Nebraska. There you go. There's the rest of these guys. Kane Pass. I don't know if he's related to Juwan Pass, but maybe. Both at the same school. Look at the kickers. Adam Vinatieri's kid. Better believe he's going to be good. You got 4 eyes. You got the kicker that Harbaugh slept over with, and you got Roberto Aguayo's brother. What a year to need a kicker. And then those are the punters. So that, you know, for all you guys that stuck by it, those diehards that just were just curious what these players look like for this draft class, or you want to kind of, you know, jot these names down and make your own class, convert them over to Xbox or PlayStation, do so by all means. Just maybe say, hey, these rosters are C4. Check out his YouTube channel. But, you know, for all you guys that are on PC, enjoy the 2020 rosters. Again, hope you guys are enjoying football. Apologies for no actual upload. You know, I can't just have rebuilds come out every day, and Husky take a lot of time to edit, and I'm getting a little overworked right now, but I want this. I want the daily uploads. I want to try for the daily uploads and mix in the Twitch streaming, so we're going to burn the candle at both ends, and we're going to see what happens, see if we can just survive. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this draft class. If it's your first time stopping by from this draft class, go download them and subscribe. And smash the like button. And do all that YouTube stuff. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for, I think, a Huskies video. So, peace out.